KRM Office 5522, Rio de Janeiro, 21, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'm very, very tired. And we are taking a look at the business channel because here kind of the structure, to present our argument. Uh, we had a bit more structure, to present ideas. We are having the talk about one guy named Ali Azadi. He was talking from Asia, I think, and he has an Asian name, but considering the hostile environment that we have, he kind of living very well on Asia. In which area he is having the live, I don't know, but you can research and maybe understand a lot of things. And the issue that he is talking is something, very inside the mainstream thematic speech on current time, which is the energy as a plan that we must consider and have, and costs, especially at the logistic system, considering these kind of things. The cross-cut of two both indeed will give me the speech and the variance of speech, and in general it's where we have our criminals acting. We will work with that model. The relation between energy as clean energy and a lot of things and costs are kind of something that doesn't match. It means that we have this kind of line as linear perception, and this is a fact, and we will have this now as a regressive model to understand moments inside this curve named z, this vector named z, which is the vector as estimatives, considering some cross points at my functional vector. And I will observe that when I hit my vector as a variable inside this functional behavior, I will have the projection now crossed with the argument inside the speech line. And indeed, if I consider only this situation, this moment here, I will observe that I will have different moments crossing this period at the speech line, which is the energy plan and costs. And if I set a model, I will observe that indeed this behavior will be something like this, that will raise little by little until have a disruptive event at the relation energy plan and costs, considering clean energy a bit, empty investment. But I will, in the bottom of my huge ignorance, I will ask you something. Do you have any relation between the economical global crisis, the embarrassing situation at COVID-19, and this, purpose as huge costs and clean energy setting an inertial behavior in the future by the structural inflation, which will be associated as the pricing of energy, putting the inflation as an internal variable, and how this will impact the business. The second thing that maybe we must have in mind is I'm, in the very, very deep bottom of my ignorance, there are some things that have no solution or kind of are solved as a problem because indeed is a problem. For instance, if you consider an energy plan to have a huge cost in the deep moment of a crisis, this is a problem and that has no solution, so it's solved. It's a problem. You won't consider this. Simple, isn't it? And this entire speech is a waste of time. You know, and if time is money, it will be recommended to consider as the relation as good living people in Asia, especially on very turbulent and hostile areas of Asia, by not Asian, and which is, the premise to have a good life inside a hostile environment, not being a native hostile variable. Maybe we will point to this kind of thing as a speech. But this speech only will happen if you have the variable as energy, and you claim the plan, and the functional application as relation, which indeed will be the higher cost inside a deep crisis, internal loss at your business plan, decreasing your capacity to have a strike back as business or a recovery as business. Do you consider this something intellectually fair? I bet not. But you must, observe things and maybe consider this module here. Have a nice day.